Ooh. Yeah. Woohoo!
Yo, 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 what up, doe? We back. We live. I'm back. Because I wasn't here last week. I tried to come on last week. But, you know, my signal wasn't strong enough. But anyway, this is your boy Mike J. I'm back from the island, man. I had a great time on vacation. Now I'm back here in the studio. And on the side of me, we got the young
Cameron Elaine.
Ooh, Cameron.
Yes, I was not in Jamaica, man. I was in Detroit, chilling. But the weather's here has been beautiful, and I like the rain. So, blah. What up, though?
What up, though? And on the side of her, we have the one and only.
It's Tim, guys. Hi, how are you?
We good.
Everybody had a good weekend.
We good. And straight across the table on the boards with the introduction better than everybody else's, we have we have her.
It's me, y'all. It's Lady Melody. I'm not on the camera today, though.
You better get some more liveliness in
I'm
you.
gonna get on camera, though.
You gonna get on camera?
Hold on a sec.
Get live. Get
Get
live.
loose. Get
Get
loose.
live. I love the echo
Get
on
loose,
here,
get
too.
loose. Right, make you feel important, like
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz. Remember the eyes?
Right.
The Wiz. hello.
Luther Vandross. Right.
Well, today we are back again with part 2 of
Part 2.
what was it? What was the name of the show? The questions for the men. What women want to know about men,
What women want to know about
or should I say
men.
what women think they know about men? Because you know how women
No,
like
it
to.
said what women want to know
You know
about
What we
men.
want to know.
Right, that's the title of the show.
It's 3 of us
But-
and one of you. I think you need to calm yourself down.
Hold up. I'll represent for all of us.
Okay.
I will hold it down.
Hold up. Wait
Ain't
a
worried
minute.
about it. I ain't scared,
Let me
y'all.
put some.
You should be.
Shoot.
Girl,
It's
you
good.
better
You gonna shut my
tell
mic off? Oh, I mean that's fine, because all it's gonna do is
She's
show the
got
hate.
the power.
Show how women be hating on men.
No, we don't hate.
I'll shut your mic off. They heard you.
We don't
So
hate.
they already know you were hating anyway. And I know
She
my
was
partner, he
joking.
gonna come up in here anyway. The homie Lamar, he ain't gonna sell me out.
He gonna
I
make
know
an
he
entrance.
He gonna
Yeah,
make an entrance.
grand entrance.
Yeah, that's why he late, because he want to make a grand entrance, because he's ready for whatever y'all gotta ask.
Seems like you're ready. Oh, we can't sing R. Kelly songs anymore.
Oh boy. Well, he can't either. He won't
Speaking
either.
of, what happened?
You know they convicted him. They talking about giving him life plus life.
Doggone shame.
He
Man,
was
to
such
do what he
a
do.
talent.
Wasted talent.
I know.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's wasted,
I
because
say
I'm
he-
sure he instilled some of what he did in what in the world is going on? The people can see that. You know that, right?
He made wrong choices.
Yeah. That's what happened. You get all that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had problems
He got
before
that-
that money.
He got that power.
Those deep-seated problems.
Well, we all knew the truth anyway
Yeah,
about
we did.
years ago,
Yeah, we
but
did.
everybody was trying to keep it under the hush hush.
Yeah, well, that's that one man, and I am one man that's here, for now, because Lamar's gonna show up, and I know he gonna show up with like some
He
sea
probably-
moss and stuff like that
He
too. So
probably
that's
hanging
why
in the
he's
background.
late.
He about to just appear like
He gonna
I am
appear.
here.
I'm gonna give him less than a minute to walk through the door.
59,
Less than a minute. Y'all can start counting down if
58,
y'all want to. I just feel
57.
it,
He feels his aura.
the aura, the presence, because it's like I feel sea moss or something like that, because I
He
know
looking
he's
out
gonna
the
have
window
some.
for
No, I'm
see if
not.
he see his
Boom.
car.
Boom. See what I said? See what I said?
Telekinesis.
And he
Yeah.
has to see more. Sometimes
It's all full of outside.
I ain't see no. You see where I'm at? My head is right here into the show. That's why I say we should name the show what women think they know about men.
It didn't hurt that you just glanced out that window.
I was looking this way.
What up, Lamarski?
So
What's
y'all,
happening, y'all?
they thought they was gonna triple team me.
Say hi to Mark.
They thought that? Hey, what's
No,
happening?
we didn't
What's
think
up,
you were
y'all?
gonna triple team
What
you.
it do?
He just came back from Jamaica, man.
Yeah,
He may
man.
come and try to put a root on us.
No, I mean I do things like that.
Got a Jamaican
I already
tan.
got my protection
I got Jamaican peel.
around me, so I ain't worried.
I'm hoping that people can't see my skin peeling. I feel like a snake.
He
A
is
lizard.
all down.
Lizard,
We cannot tell that his skin is peeling. He just wants to keep letting us know that he was in the sun.
Jamaican
We know.
sun.
We
No, that
know.
ain't it. But y'all got any questions for us? Y'all, y'all ain't prepared today like y'all were last time. Well, y'all.
Oh, we always
Even
ready,
though
honey.
y'all, you shouldn't even brought that little list in because it didn't do nothing.
When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So let's go.
Somebody just gave me the finger.
It was not me.
I'm not gonna say
'Cause
who
my
it was.
fingers are very long. If it was, everybody would have saw that.
You know the hate be real.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
The hate be real up in here. See,
And
this what
it's
happened when I come back to
Jamaican
Jamaica.
Kind of bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, and look what I'm drinking.
real.
You can't come in here. Just
The
bring one. You're
Jamaican
supposed to bring
ginger beer.
some.
You bring that back.
This is for y'all.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Oh no!
Everybody get a
My mother gave it to me.
We
Yeah,
got shots.
you got.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to taste it, y'all. Y'all don't know about it. Y'all the new.
Nah. You got some with you for sale?
Well, they got them already.
Oh.
They sold already.
Well, that's good. I guess.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. That's a daggone shame.
Right on it.
Okay, we back.
We
I'm
back. We live.
I'm
We
black.
back. We back. We live.
I'm black.
You black. You black.
She black and she got on a black dollar shirt, y'all. Y'all should see it. It's cute.
See, wait.
I got a question.
Okay.
Since y'all ain't come. This is it cheating if you?
Yes. No, this way.
She answered like she hit that button.
If a man has sex with a sex doll
Oh God.
and he's in a relationship,
First of all, if he's in a relationship, why would he want to have sex?
Why would
with
he
sex
need one?
doll?
Because she can't,
okay,
handle
yeah,
it.
that's a good question.
Or he
So,
wanted too much.
what about
it? It
when-
could be a lot of things.
Yeah, but what about a woman when she has sex with a bullet? First of all,
That's different.
I
it ain't
wasn't-
different.
I
Why
wasn't
is it
Different. Did she just say?
Exactly.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
First of all, every woman doesn't use toys,
Every woman doesn't, but
and
90% do. But go ahead.
Well, I guess I'm in the 1%, because I don't. I believe that it ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. And before I mean, and everybody got their own. I know people be like, "Oh, my sex drive, and I ain't knocking nobody else," but no,
it's not, and I feel like everybody would
a
agree
man
with that.
cannot compete with a AAA
But it's the same.
or
As,
AA for that matter.
it's the same as masturbating.
That's what I said.
It don't compare to the real thing, but in a temporary moment.
Well, anyway.
Are men intimidated by toys?
No, it's a question I want to know.
Was the answer?
Question
Say that
is-
again.
But the questions are supposed to be toward the men, not toward the women.
But y'all,
Well, it's no,
It's what
it's-
women
it's-
want
no,
to know
it's-
about men.
We trying to warm
because
y'all
it
up.
kind of
We trying to
is
warm y'all up.
towards the man. Because I actually had a conversation with someone about that,
I just
and they told me that if a man have sex with a toy doll, that is cheating.
Wow.
But if a woman use a bullet, it's not.
I think in
It's the
both
same
cases
thing.
it's the same thing, and the
Exactly.
reason I think it's the same thing because it's no emotional attachment.
That's true.
On either
It's
one.
no emotional attachment. So the only thing I think that does though is it can desensitize people to the human touch and wanting to be with a real person
But
because
then
they just figure
you can say the same thing about a man having sex with another woman. They what you say? Don't they?
I said desensitize. I'm talking about to the human touch.
Yeah.
Not a. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A doll is not human. She can't
Right.
talk to you. She can't
I agree.
be. Well, nowadays they got all kinds of crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm
coming.
saying,
I mean, you said
Yeah.
they're not attached to them. I mean, no, it was something you said. I'm sorry.
she made me
It was a-
forget.
No, but it
I said
was- it-
desensitized.
no, no,
They're
prior to that,
desensitized.
It was saying that they have no.
They'll be emotionally detached.
Right. And so that was the point. That was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So a man having sex with another woman, they can not be emotionally attached to that.
Men
other
can turn
woman.
it off, honey, because I got
Exactly.
all
Yeah.
of this
So-
on. They be like,
so-
"Ooh, feel good, yep."
So you're saying no, it's not cheating. So in a man's eye, they may say that okay, no, it's not cheating to them either because they're not emotionally attached to that
We can
other
say
woman.
Good
that.
one. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Nicole.
Right.
I mean, Mel.
We
I'm
can
sorry.
say that, but we all know the truth.
Oh, yeah.
What is the
definitely-
truth?
It's definitely cheating. But
It is.
as far as with a doll,
A doll. I would be
it's not cheating.
like, what?
Okay, so explain.
I mean, yeah, you'd be like, what?
Explain that though. Is not cheating because it's a doll.
Right, it's a doll. It's something that's not real.
It's an inanimate,
Just like
object.
A bullet. The argument was because a bullet didn't have a body attached to it.
What is that noise?
It's not cheating, but because the doll has
Man.
body parts, then it's cheating.
Women need to cut that out.
Cut
Yeah,
that out.
Y'all
I
be
don't-
doing too much. Man. Come on, man. Damn.
Well, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's.
Selfish.
I mean,
If
you know,
you're in
to
a
each his
relationship.
own. I mean, if that's whatever it is that you have to do to make yourself feel however you are, whatever you're trying to achieve, I guess you'll do that in the privacy of your own home. Nobody really has to know about that.
It don't have
It's
a heart.
just, I just feel like if it was a choice, I would rather say use the doll and don't go out and get somebody else that has a heartbeat.
Boom.
Because then, you know, things change and, you know, feelings come along sometimes with it. And, you know, that,
Amen. High five across the
that,
table.
that part, you know, if it
I guess it's
if
all
it-
personal preference because it ain't
Yeah.
nothing like some.
But
balls slapping up against the
basically
wall.
the whole argument was
Look at the camera.
one was
Oh.
Ain't nothing like some.
one was considered cheating and the other one's not. And I said it's the same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same
my-
thing.
It's
Yeah.
Because
I
you're
agree.
using it to
Yeah.
get pleasure. Both of them you're using to get
Yeah.
pleasure. One just have more than the other.
And so it goes back to the old adage that an orgasm is an orgasm is an orgasm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what y'all got? What we doing?
I would like to ask a question, but I don't think I want everything that I want to ask is about cheating. I'm trying to think
No,
of
me
something that I want to ask that I've always like really wanted.
What are the
Yes.
what,
You
yeah,
know.
what are say like what are the top two things that are most annoying to men about women, and what are the two things that are most enjoyable about women? If you could narrow it down to two things apiece, like the top two things I hate when women do or say or whatever. What would they be?
That's a good question.
Most annoying.
I have so many, so I'm trying to narrow them down to I'm joking.
You're dealing with some annoying woman, huh?
Well, one on the top of the list for me would be like maybe like nagging or something like that. Like you can be at work working hard and then you come home and then you got to listen to like complaints or different things like that. Some stuff that either could wait or necessarily you don't even have to just even bring up. You know, you don't know how a person's day went. And then you coming home and it's like,
So timing.
But so that's my this actually can be two in one. For the thing that I love is to be able to come home to peace.
What is your example of peace?
Just not having to hear the nagging, or sometimes I may have a bad day. I may want to come home and talk about something that happened, you know, during my day or whatever. And it's like, you know, to be there, to have that ear to listen and not complain. Not if I have a conversation about something that went on at work, and then I mention, yeah, and then this other girl across the hall from me and then you stop my conversation just to talk about the girl that has nothing to do with the girl, but just because I said this girl, or if I just said a name Sheila or whatever, and it's like now you want to bring up the girl or fuss and just whatever.
So insecurity.
Yeah.
It seems to me that a woman is a double-edged sword because
Yes.
her mouth can either give you so much pleasure
Yes.
or cause you so much pain.
Yes.
Say that.
And it can also give up so much peace. That. So yeah, we're gonna have a show called "What That Mouth Do." No, not in a nasty way.
Who's that thinking that?
Okay.
Mine would be understanding for the bad way, and
Bad way?
I mean, she said,
Is it like
she
lack
said
of understanding?
yeah,
Lack. Okay.
Oh,
got it.
lack. Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Example, like if you said what she didn't understand. Kind of. Like a situation you were in and you felt like she needed to understand that you what?
Okay, I would say when you really in a real relationship, like your partner really don't have to say much for you to know really if they in a bad mood or not. So it's like if it should get to a certain point that you should be able to read a body language
Okay.
and go off, the moment, what's going on. So if we're at the point and I feel you should understand me and I'm trying to have a conversation about something and you take it the wrong way or it turned into an argument and that's not even what
What you were trying to say.
we're
Right.
trying to do.
Okay.
So
Jumping
I
to
just-
conclusions?
I want to know, like, haven't you heard like over the years that like men like crazy women?
Yes, I wondered
And
that.
I always wonder why are men attracted to crazy, insecure women?
Are they attracted to it? Because
I've seen
What's up,
men
Victoria?
attracted to dysfunctional,
This is
crazy women.
true.
So,
I just feel like it's a split because if you are I hate to say crazy, insecure woman, and the men seem to kind of, to me, it gravitate to that, but it seems like it's a chemistry thing because you can have one crazy, insecure woman over here and one crazy, insecure woman over here. This one doesn't like you. This one does. You like the one that doesn't like you, and the one that does.
Well,
it's like it's a weird
yeah, but
thing.
I just want to know, like, I think when men get maybe mature, y'all probably stray away. But like, I know at some point in both of your lives, you guys probably dealt with a woman that you felt was crazy, and maybe you were attracted to her. Maybe it was a lot of passion. But I just wonder, or know somebody who has been a cousin, a brother that has dealt with somebody who's batty, and you be like,
What is up with that? Right?
What I noticed is, like we talked about before, when he had a filet mignon at home, and you got the cheeseburger out there in the streets. Sometimes the cheeseburger is easier, or don't take them through so much at first.
at first, okay.
Right. At first.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. The whole at first, because everybody don't show their true colors until later. So in the beginning, when you get with somebody, they put on this other character, and then you kind of fall for them. So once that craziness kind of kick in, it's kind of like you already in. So it's like,
Oh,
I want to leave her alone, but then there's still this attraction towards her.
chemistry. Yeah, that's
It's
the
like it
big
got
thing.
the chemistry got built, but it didn't have to be there. Because if I know you crazy off the back, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
If it's enough time, I've been in situations where I notice I'm like, oh hell no, I already see where this is going. So deuces, I'm out.
And then sometimes y'all could talk us back in
Now,
you know,
what do you mean?
saying
All those
Baby, I'm
things.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was just having a bad day. You know, it's that time of the month.
and then you know she make the mouth work. And then we okay, and then we like okay, man, all right.
So
I
how
forgive her.
long does that last a long time, or do you kind of just go with the flow with it, or
It
do you
depends
just?
on the man of the person.
That's why I said when you were younger, because it seems like the older that most of us get, in a general consensus that we ain't trying to deal crazy. It'd be like, I want peace
Peace, right?
at all times.
Right.
What'd you say, Nicole? I mean, Lady Melody?
We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
No.
Right. Right.
I don't think.
Right.
I don't,
Right. We get older and have more expensive toys. You know.
Right. And she can't. She could have. So you could deal with Shaquana when she was tearing up your hoopty, but she
Yeah.
can't be tearing up that
Yeah.
40,000 plus right
Yeah.
now. You like,
Yeah.
hold on. Now you gonna go whoa.
Whoa! I got my gun out.
Yeah, I don't even. I didn't even deal with you tearing up the hoopty back then. I don't play that because the hoopties back then, I still spent my money on that.
That's right.
But you learned. You learned then. That was the growing process.
I learned before that. You never
If I
got a
pay
chance
for
to
it,
tear up my
don't you
hoop.
tear up my stuff.
The worst I ever got, I told y'all somebody, took lipstick and wrote BITCH all the way across the car. That took forever to get out.
I would ask you what you do for that,
Right.
but that's not the show. So
She probably.
actually,
That is a question that would make a man like. What would actually make you leave a person? Like why would you? What would make you leave a woman?
what one thing?
Yeah.
yeah.
One
What's
thing
what picky thing
that
you?
would just say, okay, I can't do this.
It's kind of hard. Besides cheating, it's kind of hard to say one thing because sometimes it could be a buildup.
my one thing is my kids.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah,
Your
that
children.
you can't mess with my daughter.
Like,
It's great because I was actually talking to someone before, and I don't I didn't bring like anybody around my daughter and stuff like that. So if my daughter was with me, I tell them, okay, well I got my daughter with me, so we can hook up later, whatever. So one day, I don't remember the conversation we had, but she was saying something. Oh, I was saying something to her, or we, whatever, and she was like, "You always act like you don't want me to come over because your damn daughter."
Oh.
oh wow.
He pushed the eject button.
Yeah,
Right. That
Oh,
would have
wee.
been. Yeah.
yeah. I put her
I
out right
would
then
have.
and there.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
use
you don't.
use cussing words with my daughter
In the same sentence.
in the same sentence.
And yeah, why would you want to? You
And
know,
why
Right.
would you?
That's weird.
That's what's weird to me is how some women and men want to compete with a child. It's like this is my child. Maybe you didn't have that when you were growing up, but this is my child. I'm not I can't give my child too much. This is my choice, and you should respect me as a woman that I am taking care of my seed the way
Right.
this way, and that I respect my child. So I think with that being said, a lot of that is respect. That I respect myself and my child enough to say, hey, I don't know if you're gonna be here for always,
Right.
so you can't come around my baby.
And that was the whole thing. It's like, if you haven't made it to
that level.
that level yet, then no, you can't be around my daughter.
Okay, let me ask this question. Are both of you the men that are here right now? I know that might be a little.
Yeah, no,
Are you both single?
it's possible.
That was so politically correct.
No, I'm asking that question
Single?
because
In the entertainment world, those are questions you stay away
I
from.
understand.
Yeah.
So why is you doing that?
I know.
Okay, so
That's a good.
okay,
That's good.
what
that's
would
good.
okay? This is just a generalized question then for single and married men, or in a relationship, or whatever type of ship you're in. Okay,
Situationship.
Situation.
Ship.
what makes a man commit?
So they haven't got there yet. So they don't have an answer.
No, it's.
I got one.
Go for it, Lamar.
Oh, okay, I can go for it. Well, at this point in my life, where I'm at mentally, balance.
Balance.
That's it.
Balancing children with work,
Balancing.
with
Balance and loyalty.
Is she your yin to your yang? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer. I'm not a dude, but I'm gonna say this. This is what a wise man once told me: a man is not going to commit until he's ready. And so when a man does commit, it's not really a question of anything. It's just that he has already decided that he knows what he wants, and when he finds what he wants, he's gonna get what he wants, and he'll commit to that.
Okay. Well, then
Am
you
I
can say when is he
incorrect,
ready?
y'all?
Well, not for me. It was life that did some things to me.
And then
Some things I had to go through.
Some things you had to, yeah.
Is that the
to
same
heal.
thing?
I'm saying you'll know that you're ready to commit when you'll know within yourself that you have to make the decision that you're ready to commit before you get into a relationship to commit. Like the whole healing aspect, like all the relationships and different things, like you say you've been through in your life, and then you finally get a point like, okay, I'm ready to give this a chance, or I'm ready to find my somebody.
Yeah, I agree then. Yeah.
I would say when that person has to make you ready, because there's been several times I've dated someone where I'm like, just we go through life where it's like, okay, I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now. I remember. Okay, I'm gonna give one particular situation where
Yes, please. Example.
I was seeing a girl, and before we even started like seeing each other, we both said, okay, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, because we both kind of recently had just got out of something, so it's like I'm not ready, and
So
it's
you
probably
just
gonna
wanted
be
to
a while.
play.
It wasn't even just about wanting to play, because I actually,
Get
she
it.
was somebody I was looking at for years. So it wasn't all about, I just want to play. It was just, I just knew I wasn't ready physically to be in a relationship. So, but as time went on, we were spending time together. It was just like she pulled some stuff out of me that made me say, dang, I know what I told her, but she the one. And it was crazy because we both started, kind of going that way. What's that look for?
We're just listening, darling.
yes, we are.
But you just sometimes it just happens naturally, and I've
so what
always
happened?
been like a
It
natural.
happened.
So what happened in that situation, Mike?
Well, in this particular situation,
This when you get them.
wait, whose side are you on? No, actually,
We are all friends here.
Yes. Okay.
this particular situation didn't work out
Because you wasn't ready.
I was ready. She wasn't fully ready at the time, but we ended up getting together later after that
Okay.
when she was ready.
Okay.
And then what happened?
I wasn't all the way ready.
So you kind of
See
just
what-
kind of like it was, timing wasn't.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's like for me, it faded out. No, I eventually ended up being ready after a while, but it was just like, speaking on that situation where I knew I was ready, I wasn't prior to getting to know her more,
Okay.
and then she just pulled it right out of me. She just
Feels
snatched,
like
she
you're
snatched my heart.
Should have known
Does
you
she
were
still have
ready. Ow.
Does she still have your heart?
That was a long time ago.
Okay. it
Dang, he
doesn't
said
matter.
that he was all.
I mean,
he was all
grumbly.
warm.
Even if it
How
was
long ago?
a long time
How
ago,
long
it
ago?
can still somebody.
Yeah, I
days.
would say she still have my heart, but no, because I know how you be trying to do and stuff
No,
like that.
no.
She
stuff
just asked
like
a
that.
simple question.
No.
It wasn't simple.
There's no need to get
We
emotional.
talked about Lady Melody.
Lady
It
Melody,
wasn't simple.
I'm on her side. She wasn't trying to make you go there in your feelings. She was just asking a timetable.
So question about that. If a woman if you guys get together and you say you're not ready, and then somebody feels that they are, like you were saying, if it's a woman coming to you and asking you, well, how do you feel about, getting into a relationship? it seems like sometimes it's hard for men to say anything, to answer that question, because they'll leave it vague. Well, I don't know, or they won't say anything, and they really are seeing other people. Why don't you just say that so that the woman can adjust her vision on where you are going to fall in her life?
Cause then he gonna mess it up.
Meaning, why don't you just be honest
I ain't
from
about
the
to do
start?
that.
Because we were honest from the start when we said
I
we're
ain't
not
ready.
trying to be in a relationship. We
But I'm
said
saying, like,
if she come back later and he says, well, like you said, he still ain't ready. Because if he's ready, he's gonna come out and say, you know what? Yes.
That's pretty
I'm
much
saying
what that
in the
means.
beginning, like when you haven't had history, or you just getting to know each other, and and you go, hey, are you in a relationship with anybody, or do you feel like you want to be, or whatever? And sometimes you just don't answer it. It's kind of vague. Well, like you did when she asked you, were you like, oh? I mean, I get the.
I would say sometimes, because sometimes men don't know. Because if
Men
it's
don't
like,
know.
if it's in the beginning, it's hard to just
They don't
hush,
know.
woman.
They don't know. Okay, there's an answer.
I'm gonna say that.
Mike, did you really say that?
Right.
Okay.
No, this is honest. Like sometimes
Appreciate
we may not know if we're just same like women. It's the same thing for everybody.
I'ma
You don't
say-
know if you want to be with somebody at that moment
I'm gonna say
because you're just meeting them.
But
sometimes
wait,
you do.
I'm gonna say this real quick. And my friends used to get mad at me when I would meet somebody. I would ask them questions, and my friends would be like, "Why are you asking them that?" I'd be like, "Cause I want to know." Okay, a general question as a woman, hi, da 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 da, outside of where you work, da da da, all the things you ask somebody when you first meet them. I would say, how many children do you have, and how old are your children? If I met a man and he had a young child under 2 years old, I would not date him.
Too much.
And people would be like, well, that don't mean anything. It does mean something. That baby is not. He could be confused about a whole lot of stuff right now. So I'm gonna wait, and we could be cool, but we cannot be in a relationship because that's not over. I met a guy once. He said, I have a 16-year-old and I have a baby, and I said, oh. He said she's 8 months old, and I said, oh. And then he said, well, she was a mistake.
Oh.
And I was like,
We don't
huh?
do that.
I said children are never mistakes, so that was red flag number one. So I said he totally in the friend zone. We can go out. That's just about it. And maybe, or I'll meet him at the club and he can dance with me. Other than that, that's it. So then, second red flag, we were supposed to go out, and he said, I can't go out because I gotta stay and work overtime. So in my mind, I was like, my brother got to pay his child support, and I'm not mad. So this is not going to work out for us because you got obligations. You got stuff you need to do. So as women, as a woman, and for me, at that point, I knew this man had children, and he was nice looking guy. I was like, oh. But he wasn't ready. He had babies. He had responsibilities, and I'm not competing with children, and I'm not getting into a situation with baby mama drama. So I deleted him and blocked him. And that might sound cruel, but I think sometimes as women or people, period, you got to talk to people, ask questions, find out if they're telling you the truth.
In the beginning.
Just ask questions and stop thinking of everything like, I'm meeting this person and I'm going to get in a relationship with them and they're going to be my man or my woman. Stop it. Get to know the person. You might not even like them. You may see them one night and they look like this. You might see them the next night. You be like, dang, that ain't what I met the other night. So just get to know people before you try to get into a relationship. That's what I always try to do.
Which leads me to the next question.
Gia.
Why don't men ask a lot of questions? It's like men don't ask questions to really get to know
Booty
a
call.
woman.
Because women always telling all their business. So
That's not necessary.
pretty much, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, most of the time women just talk. I like to do this. I do that. I do da, and then you're always asking questions. So then when you ask a question, I'll ask a question back. But then, like I said, a lot of times y'all just talk.
I think we might need to change this to actions that shows you are just a booty call, and actions that
good.
shows
That's
that
good.
he's really into you and
So what would
trying
be a
to
booty
see
call?
a future with you.
What would be like some of the things that you would want
If
to
he's
recognize.
not trying to find out nothing about you,
And what if he is? And
then that's mean he see a future with you, or he trying to see if there's a future with you.
Or he trying to see if you just a thought. He trying to feel he's trying to
Yeah.
throw out fillers, because we live in a world now that the men and the women are out cold. Women are looking for a benefactor, men are looking for a benefactor. It goes both ways. So that's why you have to just take the time to get to know people. You can't know somebody just because you looked at their Facebook page or whatever. You just gotta do the research.
And you're not gonna get to know them by the answers that they're giving you.
Right.
You're gonna have to read between. Yeah.
And take the time.
words,
say,
words don't teach. Action
Let's
does.
have coffee. Let's, because some stuff you can't fake. Some things just, are generic.
But then that goes back to saying that when men say, I don't want to be in a relationship, their actions say something else because they're doing things
That
as
mean
if
booty
you're
call.
in a relationship. No, it's not necessarily booty call, but you're dating, you're going out, Netflix chill, all that kind of.
And he's trying to have sex, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What men don't though.
Booty call.
A man in a relationship also does the same thing.
Yeah, without
It's a different relationship, though.
without feeling obligated to do it though. He's doing it on his own terms. When you're in a relationship, you're more obligated to do all the things that you do in a relationship. Why are you not? If you're in a relationship, then you do.
Obligated.
You're not gonna. I'm saying
You're
you
more
feel
committed to do certain
obligated.
things.
You're an individual.
Because if you're committed, if you commit, you are obligated to do it.
Use that
I
word.
think the
commit.
biggest thing is to not assume. A lot of times,
Yeah.
women assume, oh my gosh, girl, I met a guy and he took me out and he opened the door. So what? He was raised right. Girl, he paid for dinner. So what? He was raised right. I've gone out with guys. Well, I was blessed to grow up around all boys. I was like the only girl in my neighborhood. So when I got used to my homeboys, we always went out to eat and they opened doors and stuff, even though they, I was like everybody's little sister, but they always treated me with respect. So I always was taught that this is the way I'm supposed to be treated, but I also was taught that I'm supposed to respect them. So even though we went out and did things and hung out and stuff, I never took that for granted. If they bought dinner, I would always have my little 20, because 20 was a lot back then. And I'd be like, shoot, I could buy my own McDonald's because I had my little $5 to $10. And if I had a 20, girl, I thought I was rich.
That's 4 meals.
Right.
Back then.
Now.
Shoot, a Happy Meal was a one night thing, though. But my point is, I just always was taught to respect and not take that for granted if somebody does something for you. And I think that's where, on both sides of the coin, the problem is today. People don't respect each other, and they think if somebody take them out to eat or they open a door, like, oh my gosh, he's really into me. He might not even be into you. He just got manners.
Right.
I have had a couple situations where I've had women that were like so into me, and they felt like I was just that one, or they felt like I made them feel a certain way because I was nice. So I was told, stop doing nice things for them. And it's like, why would I stop doing nice things for somebody if that's in my character? That don't mean, I want to be with you because I'm doing something nice for you. Your car break down and I offer to help. So that means I'm into you because I offered to help.
No.
Well, I think sometimes women I think it happens both ways. You put a person that you see doing nice things or doing things that are caring, or, the things that you've been taught, that Prince Charming type stuff, on a pedestal. So once you get on the pedestal, it's hard to bring you off of it. It's like, and just like how you're saying it, it's, oh, well, he did this. And like you said, oh, he opened the door. We're kind of trained that way when we're kids. We're watching all these little cartoons. Everything is, oh, Prince Charming, he's going to come along and he's going to save me, and he's going to, and that pedestal is hard. And I think it works both ways, women too, where a man is looking at this woman, she's so beautiful. Oh, look at her body. Oh, everybody wants her. Oh, she's not being nice to me. Oh, she likes me. And then in the end, when she's just being herself, then it's like, oh, well, she's a bitch, or why she treat me like
Right.
that,
Who
or
you
she
think
hurt
you
my
are?
feelings, or blah blah blah. And you're like, no, I was just being myself. Just like with the guys, you get that pedestal syndrome. To me is hardcore, because
It is.
it's hard to get people off of it, even when they're treating you bad, because you want so much for that person to be who you think they are, and it's what you've already perceived in your head.
I
It's
don't know
your
about
perception.
that treating you bad part, because if you treat me bad, I'm out. Ain't no,
but it's
I
a
don't
lot
care.
of
I understand, but actions speak louder than words.
Some
I don't
people
care.
don't-
I don't care. I know.
don't-
I'm just making a
Yeah,
point real
they
quick.
don't.
I don't care what he did yesterday. I don't care what he did last week, or she. If you with somebody, I do things from a day-to-day basis. It don't matter what you did yesterday. I will respect the fact of our friendship or whatever the situation is. But that one day you treat me bad and you disrespect me, I got to back all the way up, because you can have that. I'm
But
not going to
there are-
argue with you. I ain't going to trip. I'm just going to be I'm like, where you go? And be like, ghost.
But there are millions of people who don't have the background, the heart, the parents, the teaching, the religion, the nothing. They have nothing to back that up for them. You know what I mean? There are a lot of people out here who just are craving
So you saying
attention
the
and love.
man on the pedestal or the woman on the
Either way.
Either way.
Either way, you got so many issues.
That's why
We
people
all
got to go
have-
to counseling and get healed.
Yes.
'Cause I can say it was times in my
Yes.
younger life,
Yes.
like I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet, and I tried to find the good,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. I have experienced that, but after a while,
Yeah, you get tired of that.
you just
The
gotta
pedestal
learn to
stuff.
love yourself,
And that's
it's growing
where
pains.
it goes back to you, because what sometimes for me, perception, because even if the person is a good person, they're doing stuff and all of this, your perception is, like, if you're dating him and he's being so nice and he's doing regular stuff, or she's doing regular things for you or whatever, she cooked me a meal, she did and then your perception starts, your mind starts to think in a way that is negative. And you know, the way our hormones are built, your negative is always going to be on top, no matter what. That's just how we're built. But in that instance, you're thinking about, well, why were they nice to me? And then all that other stuff starts to come out if you have some healing to do. If you have healing to do, then all of that is pushed forward, and your perception changes. Where that person might have been good for you, or might be nice, and they're just being them, and in your mind you're like second guessing them. Well, why were they doing that? Well, they probably just this. Well, they feel like this, and it's your perception sometimes.
But the other thing with men too, they line you up, baby. They'll be nice to you. They be like, I like her. She cool. That's what's up. They just will keep you in their
Hovering
stable.
in that, yeah.
In they stable, they got like a stable,
And that's
they
what
keep you 1 through 12. Oh,
Yeah.
and then they get to know
That's
that one.
right. That's
She out
right.
the stable.
That's right.
Is that
We
true,
got- we
Mia?
got-
She
And
said
the thing
they got a
is that
stable.
true?
But the thing about that is,
Hell yeah, that's true.
it's true, because that's what I meant by
I say no.
No,
It
I say just she's right, because
They
remember
line
when
them
I
up.
talked about breadcrumbing, it's like I give her a little bit of that. She was okay today. Well, this one over here, I might do a little more for her today. It's like what you're saying. Yes, they put you in these little categories,
I'm
and they
just
treat
being
you
real.
accordingly. It feels like that. That's perception, though.
That's
I
a
don't
job.
know that to be
It's a
true, but
corporation.
It's a perception. If I believe that that's what's going on, that's what's going on.
Yeah, because you got stable 1 through 12. This one cooks. This one cleans.
Yeah.
This one to go get my dry cleaning. This one to do my meal prep. This one to do that. Now, if I could find a woman who do
All
all
of
1
that.
through 12, then or maybe I could say 1 through 8. She probably gonna be the one.
I think
But-
women do that. I don't think men really do that though.
Well, that's perception.
When your daddy
though.
was
so
a
it's whatever you
PIMP.
believe.
No, just playing.
It's
No,
whatever.
men do have stables. I've been around.
I mean, no, they
I've
they
been
have
around
stables,
a lot
but
of men, and
as
they-
far
they
as the
do.
way you're saying, like
That's
I'm
why
gonna
you
get this
gotta
woman to
have
do
4
this,
wives.
I want this woman to do that, and I want that woman
They
to do
do it in
that. We don't
Africa.
do that. We
They
just
do that in Africa all the time.
What do you
like,
do?
we or I should say the men
It's okay,
that
Mike.
do
I'm
that.
talking about
It's
the
okay.
men in Africa, right? He just
They
talking about
they'll just take it off.
it's okay to be real, honey.
No, I'm being real. I'm telling you what men usually do. They will take what they can get.
Yeah,
They
and they
don't
will have a
separate it for whether it's one is going to do this, one is going to do that. They can get the same job out of each one of them. It don't matter. It's just when they want to cheat or talk to several different women, it's because whatever.
Because they can.
They ran into
The
one
other
at the
thing, too,
theater,
is
or
it-
they ran
So it
into one at the bar.
doesn't mean much if they do that. It's just kind of what?
If they do that, that's just a bonus.
See, like men,
Okay,
men
so
are
it doesn't
men
have
like
any feeling
that's
attached
a
to it
bonus.
necessarily.
Men-
It's just kind of a what?
Well, some of it can be feelings attached to it too, but some of it could just be a. Well, it's all feelings. Feelings on all of them. You know, you feel good. They make you feel good in some kind of way, because if a woman's not making you feel good in no kind of way, then you out of there.
In some kind of way.
Okay, so what if you were out of there
In
and
some
then
kind
they
of
feel
way.
like they miss you after so long and they want you back?
The bottom line is it's all about.
If it's space in the stable,
No.
Okay, that's that real right there. That's why I love Lamar. He's that real. He's talking about if it's wrong. See,
If it's too much space.
In a minute, Lamar gonna break out and be like, "Cause see, that's why they got 31 flavors of ice. Because see, women ain't nothing but flavor. So what flavor do you savor today? Yeah. I said, Lord, you made me a girl for a reason. Cause woo, let me stop. I'll be good.
That's funny.
Question,
Next question. The question is.
ladies.
You know, how do you approach? Say, okay, so you've got a complaint. Okay, well, women, you know, we pick out things that annoy us. What if you want to bring it? How do you bring that question up without sounding like you're tripping or you're mad or whatever?
Wait to the right time.
So I want to know the right time.
She said, "Man,
I'm sorry, I had to because
that's the wrong time."
No, seriously though, you gotta wait till the right time.
So from a man's point of view, because that's our women's perspective, but from a man's point of view, when is a good time for? Because it's hard to say time frame, but when is it a good, or how do you bring something to you guys to talk about without sounding like you're just, she's so crazy. Oh, she's so nice.
After dinner, after sex.
No.
Yeah,
not just
after sex.
Not right after, though.
That's
not
good.
right after.
Mm-hmm. Not right after, but
Yeah.
you know,
Right
you know.
after, but
Yeah.
But
Let me talk to you about something, honey.
yeah, honestly, I would say
the other day.
as long as it's not like during something. If it's just like time, like chill time, y'all got time to talk. Just talk to them. A lot of times, women will come to men and kind of start fussing.
Okay.
And
Or while
then
they
when
watching football.
yeah, definitely not during any sports or anything like that. But if it's just like I said, it's our quality time. You know, we have the time to actually sit down and talk, but not as soon as I walk in the door from work. Definitely not right after we have sex, because it's like, oh man, I'm feeling good. You laying there chilling,
Okay.
and then boom, and it's like
When
really?
I said that I was being silly, I was.
But at least give it. But if you want to give us something first and say, okay, I'm let me wait a couple hours, and then I'm gonna ask him this question.
Yeah.
At least I'm taking care of. You know, I got something to kind of hold me off for a little bit.
Okay. So does it?
Because if we start arguing, then it's gonna kind of ruin that little.
It's gonna ruin the moment.
high.
Yeah. So you kind of give me some first, and then wait a couple hours, and then ask.
I think it become nagging when after he give you the time and you talk about it and you bring it back up again. Okay, and he give you some more time, you talk about it. Then you bring it back up again. And you keep bringing it back up. You can't drop it. It's like the things like when you do talk about it, the things he's saying, you ain't like really utilizing it. You ain't doing nothing with it. It's like you just blocking him out. You just want to talk about it. You ain't hearing really what he's saying.
Right.
So he ain't
Not
really
listening.
Right. He ain't
Not
really helping the
listening.
situation at all. You just want somebody just to hear you just.
I think that's the reason why God gave us girlfriends. I think as women,
Amen.
you're supposed to talk to. That's why we have each other. Talk to each other. Get an intelligent girlfriend that you can talk to, that you can bounce things off of. So when you're in a
Be careful with that
relationship, no. You can bounce things off of. But see, what you do is you have to compartmentalize your friends. You don't tell everything to one. You pick and choose. You know which one gonna talk too much. You know which one is a hoe and will sleep with your man. You know all of those things. So not trying to be ugly. I don't have friends as hoes. I've been blessed. But I'm just saying you just have to compartmentalize your friends. I wasn't finished.
Oh, excuse me.
Compartmentalize your friends so when by the time your man gets home, you don't have to a man can't be all things to his woman in some aspects. Some things you have to talk to your girlfriends about. Some things you got to talk to the preacher about. Some things you got to talk to your mama about. It's too much for you to, like he was saying, some women, they just constantly, and then he tell you, he's your man, he's supposed to be the leader, and he's giving you his honest input. And then, so basically you're saying, forget what you talking about because your answer wasn't good enough. You don't have enough sense because now I got to ask you again, like, so you're making him feel a certain type of way.
I think that the approach, though, I mean, that's fine. I understand that, and, you know, I'm an older woman, but I think that at a certain point, you can have conversations. You have your intelligent friends, and you have the ones who are married or been married a long time, who have successful relationships, who, you know, you've done all your research, you've looked at John Gray and read and all of that. You do all of that. But at a certain point, then you take responsibility and you say, well, I need to have this answered from him. So if there's a specific thing that's going on in your mind, and not blocking him out and not saying, you know, well, what you're saying isn't important, but I'm just saying, how do you approach it? Not that the answer has to be perfect, not that you know what I mean? It's like, what is a good time to actually go to them? Because women and men talk different. They have different languages. We get started talking about something, and that person takes it totally the wrong way. And you're like, but that's not what I meant. Because I feel like we say that a lot. That's not what I meant. This is kind of what I mean. But you've upset. You both of you have gotten upset about it, and then you can't come to terms with it. And then you're like, okay, I don't want to talk about it. So I'm just saying, like, simply, you know, what's the good approach? So do you set it up?
Yeah, I was just finna say that.
Do you set it up and say, do you have a few minutes? I just want to, you know, ask you a question, and it's not going to be forever. But
yeah, even though we hate this, we hate that, baby, we need to talk.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Men hate that. They hate that.
Because you kind of get nervous. It's like, what do you want to talk about? Are you about to break up with me?
Right.
Did you catch me? Right. Nah.
So how do
did you
you
find out something like it's just...
Is it the same as saying, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. But
so then how do you approach it?
It can be like that. Like if you're gonna say, baby, we need to talk, or I want to talk to you about something, assure him it's not nothing bad.
Okay.
So that way we're not going through the whole day like, oh my God, I don't know what she's about to say.
Yeah.
Stomach be bubbling like she about to break up with me. You know, it's just like you don't know what's going on, what's coming.
If you gotta do all that, I think it's a problem with y'all communication.
Yeah, I was just thinking that because not trying to be ugly. I'm in a relationship right now, and I don't know. I just say what I want to say. I feel comfortable enough in my skin to say whatever I want to say, and he say whatever he want to say to me, and that's it.
You should be able to.
There's no tiptoe. It's
I'm talking about as far as time, because she asked like when is a good time.
Yes, that's all. It's just a good time.
I know
too much into it. You know, there's too much. You just simply.
It just ain't. I just say what you gonna say.
Sometimes,
right? Don't
I can't.
Yeah.
Or what's the wrong time?
Maybe that's
Yeah.
What's the wrong time?
What's the wrong time?
Like you said, when you first get home from work, and you stressed out or whatever.
Yeah,
you gotta be in tune with each other.
Yeah, because I've had different situations in different relationships where certain questions came up when I was on my way to rehearsal or on my way to do a play or something like that. Like, to me, that's the wrong time to bring up certain questions, because it's like, now my head is not clear,
right,
and I got something, to do. I've actually had a situation where I was text while I was backstage getting ready to go on stage.
Oh.
And it's like,
why would you do that?
Yeah. I just got mad thinking about it. Because that is like, why would you, what would make you say, I'm going to text him this now?
So not at any time.
This was during Switchplay.
Oh.
Switchplay Live.
Wow.
My very first time being on stage doing Switchplay.
Wow.
So
needless to say, they are
so
no
do
longer
you know
together.
who this girl is? I'm like,
he is single.
So
I'm just playing. Joking.
Not any time that moment should be about him then.
Okay.
So would it be safe to say before he's going to work, as soon as he gets in the door from work, or
right? Those times should be about him. If he going to work, you should be helping him to get ready for work.
So
You know what I'm
basically,
saying?
you
some lip, your mouth.
find a time where he's relaxed.
Yeah,
Like give him that
think you
beer,
kinda
watch
know.
TV. Like you gotta kind of
Yeah, I think you kind of know,
make sure he's
but
relaxed.
also can be a bad time is when if he's been working constantly hard all day or just had a lot going on and he finally get a moment to relax and it's like now you want to come with this. I think sometimes it's best to give it a little bit more time.
Okay. Okay. That's
Good.
good answer.
So, as Mike, I could just address this to you. I'm not sure if you have a daughter or not. However, what exactly would you tell your daughter about men? The good and the bad in 2 minutes.
The good or the bad?
Both.
Nobody is as good as your dad. Don't trust no man. No, I'm just-
Wow. Wow.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Lamar, if you had a daughter, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to trust herself about a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trust herself, and always either trust me or her mama to talk to about her problems. Yeah.
I'm laughing because I had a daddy. My father passed, but I was told a couple of things from my father, which was I could always talk to him about anything. He never sugarcoated anything. And it used to take me aback when I was younger. So I'd be like, oh my God, why would he say that to me? But now that I'm an adult, and he always told me, you never have to depend on a man. As long as I got breath in my body, I got you. So that translated on to me having brothers. I know if I have brothers. So we were just raised in our family that we have each other. So that's been a blessing that helped me carry me through life as a female.
Terry, what do you tell your daughters?
My daughter, I tell her to love herself before anybody. Keep prayer in her life. Keep herself centered, because when you need others to make you happy, you'll never have it. You have to get it from the inside, and you have to make yourself happy enough that people come to you, people will flow to you, and they'll make you happier. But don't look for them to answer your questions. You don't see, everybody doesn't have that center. Everybody doesn't have that family. Everybody doesn't, sometimes you got to go in here yourself and figure it out, and then carry it with you and say, well, I know I love me, so respect me because of that. And then when you come to me, I'm already happy. I don't need it from you, but it's good when I get it. It's better when I get it and I can hold on to it. So I tell her, love yourself first. Figure out what you like. Do what you like. Do the things that are special to you. And then once you do that, people will flow to you.
You're married, so have you heard your husband talk to your daughter about men?
We do. We talk to her together.
What is your husband's advice?
He's basically, because she's 8, we don't really have
but
a whole lot.
You still tell an 8-year-old.
We tell her to just be careful of people who aren't good for you. If they make you feel bad, if they make you feel like you're not good enough, if they come to you and they want to be your friend, but they want something from you, things like that. And we tell her, you have everything that you need inside your body, and if you don't have that, we are here for you. You can come and talk to us. We are your parents. We love you unconditional. That unconditional love is
Everything.
Everything. It's like, if it's unconditional, because she goes, what's that? What does that mean? And we're like, we're telling you that you don't have to have long hair. You don't have to be, light skinned. You don't have to be, super smart. You don't have to, we love you no matter what. You don't have to prove yourself to us for us to love you. We love you because you're here, because you're special. And that's it.
Where can you be found?
At Terry Marshall on Facebook, and Terry Time 2 on Instagram.
Lamar, where can you be found?
Here every Mondays and on FB, baby.
Cameron
Kimball. on Facebook, Cameron Elaine on IG, and All Things Cam and K on IG, on Facebook. And you can reach me at allthingscamandk@gmail.com if you have any questions.
I can be found here every Sunday and Monday. Instagram and Facebook. Mike, what can you do?
I could be found here every Monday unless I go on vacation, and then I am
Jamaica.
getting ready to start filming in a few weeks. So you probably won't find me here, but you'll find me on set.
We don't like
I'll be
Mike
posting
right now.
pics and things like that. Mike Raw Voices, MikeRawVoices.
Yeah.
Peace.
Why don't you
Bye,
sing us out?
everybody.
Sing us out, Mike. Sing us out.
Peace out.